Today, after a more than 2-year investigation, we finally will get a sense of what is in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report documenting his probe into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election.
Attorney General William Barr releasing a 4-page summary of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report.
That inquiry concluded on Friday, as you know, and the principal conclusions of that report are just being sent to Congress.
Many see this report as having a lot of unanswered questions. At the same time, it does appear to be a victory for the president as he heads into the 2020 campaign.
Concluding that investigators found no evidence that President Trump or his campaign conspired or coordinated with Russia in its efforts to influence the 2016 U.S. presidential election.
For the most part, it summarizes what we already knew about Russians who were prosecuted for interfering in the election by either trying to hack into Hillary Clinton's emails or setting up false social media accounts.
The Attorney General quoting Mueller's report, saying it does not conclude the president committed a crime. It also does not exonerate him.
It was a complete and total exoneration. It's a shame that our country had to go through this.
This report does not conclude the president committed a crime. It also does not exonerate him.
Mueller ultimately leaving the question of obstruction unanswered. Barr deciding Trump did not commit a crime after determining the Justice Department did not have sufficient evidence that Trump's actions were done with corrupt intent.
It is a complete and total exoneration, and here's why. Because the special counsel, they said they couldn't make a decision one way or the other. The way the process works is then they leave that up to the Attorney General.
The Mueller investigation is over, but the political fight is not. That now shifts over to Capitol Hill, where Democrats want to know more about Robert Mueller's findings, and they may use their subpoena power to get it.
The Attorney General of the United States must be required to come and testify before Congress instead of just submitting a 4-page memo on what happened.
Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General made the conclusion that you don't have obstruction when there's no underlying crime.
Democrats are now demanding the release of Mueller's full report, and they are raising questions about Barr's impartiality.
We cannot simply rely on what may be a hasty, partisan interpretation of the facts.
Last week, he said, let it come out. And of course, there was a bipartisan vote in the House to release publicly the Mueller report itself. So he's already on the record. So does he or does he not support the public release of this?
Look, I don't think the president has any problem with it. He has been the most transparent, accessible president we've seen in modern history.
In the interest of transparency, they're also looking for the entire report written by Special Counsel Robert Mueller, which Barr only summarized.
I think the big takeaway here is that there was nothing to show conclusively that the president obstructed justice. They couldn't make a final decision. They followed the legal process. They referred it to the Attorney General.
While the Mueller investigation may be over, plenty of others are not. The president's facing multiple state and federal investigations examining the Trump Inaugural Committee, the Trump Organization, and possible campaign finance violations and hush money payments. On Capitol Hill, there are at least 4 congressional investigations, including into potential abuses of power by the president.
I just want to tell you that America is the greatest place on earth.